Hey, this is John Young. Today we're looking at one of the most popular little devices. If you follow any of the RYOBI Facebook groups, this is it. This is the little 4-inch RYOBI fan, and we're going to talk about that today and show you a demonstration of its power. Hey, thanks for watching here. This is based on their 18-volt line, the One Plus, and this little fan is kind of a cool little device. It has two speeds, a high and a low. It has a, let me turn it around, it has a clamp on it. I've been using this when we've gone to baseball games with the kids. We can clip it on the arm of a chair, aim it right at us because you've got full pivot, kind of going back and forth. And ironically, turn this around and show you this way. People have been returning this because, there we go. They're like, oh, the logo is on backwards. It's seriously, it's not the way it is. It can be either way because it pivots around and it has its ability to turn. So anyway, if that's one of the things, yeah. So people have been finding these things on the return aisle because of that. It's just not set right. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to turn this on and we're going to show how far it can go. The reason I'm showing it, the test, the way I'm going to be doing it, is if you're going to be taking this camping. I think this is one of the best little fans for camping. If I'm in a tent, I can do a couple of different things with it. I could actually have it up on the top, blowing down or blowing across us. If we're on the side, blowing across a couple of people. That's why I want to show you this, because if there's somebody 8 feet away, and especially if they're kids and they're like, oh, I don't feel the fan. Well, this is going to demonstrate that that can move air that far. Secondly, is that this could be on the ground and it could blow up and give you that tent drying air movement, which is really kind of cool. And of course, you're going to see the distance that it's going to throw. So if it's a 7-foot high ceiling in the tent, you're going to know that the air is moving by our little test and demonstration. So let's jump on that. Okay, so right now we are about 4 feet. My little piece of paper here is about 4 feet away from the fan. And as you can see on high, now we're on high, it is blowing pretty well. I'm going to turn it to low so you can see what that can do. So on low, I'm still feeling some air coming around, and you can still see the paper is dancing and being blown back and forth. So let's move it back just a little bit farther and see what it does. And now we're at about 7 feet out from the fan. That's going to be the height of most of our tents. And I'm still feeling the air. You can still see it's on low, and it's causing the paper to kind of flutter yet. And I can feel to about 30 inches wide. It's actually going a bigger area than what it is. But let's go turn it up to high. So we definitely have more movement of air and more movement of our paper at 7 feet on high. You're getting a little more fan noise. See if you can hear it. Nothing super loud, but it is there. So let's move this back a little bit farther. So now we're at about 11 feet from the fan, and you can see on high, I'm still getting some movement. I can feel the movement of the air yet with the fan, and I'm getting that little rustle of the paper, but we're getting out there quite a ways. It's probably moving air. I can feel a slight breeze at a circle of about, probably 4 feet in diameter, somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe not quite that, but somewhere in that 3 feet to 4 foot diameter circle. So I backed it out to about as far as I can go here, and that is going to give me about 13 feet from my piece of paper to the fan. And you can see we're still moving air. I'm standing 2 feet behind, and I can feel a slight breeze yet. It would be a sleepable movement of air. You're not getting that torrent of air you would get if you're right by it, but you're getting just a nice little, if you had your ceiling fan in your house on low, this is what it would feel like at this distance of about 13 feet with the fan on high. So this is the sound of the fan on high, blowing directly towards the camera. This is the sound of the fan on low, blowing directly to the camera. This is the sound of the fan on high, blowing away from the camera. This is the sound of the fan on low, blowing away from the camera. So there's a little bit of a test on that. I've got a link in the description below so you can go check out more information on it, or you can go out to Home Depot and pick this up. This is a cool little fan. I did pick up multiple of these. I actually bought 4 of them because when we had our baseball games and it was 90-some degrees and the humidity was way up there, we had these one on each arm of the chair. My wife and I were able to watch the game in a relatively comfortable way. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Thanks for watching.